What's up guys, it's Fury here. Today, I finally found some free time out of my life to finally make an update to my YouTube channel and post a deck profile. I'm going to talk about some things regarding the channel after this deck profile is finished. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna explain the new Dragonic Blademaster deck I currently have. I made several changes from the last deck profile that I messed up like big time. Thanks by the way for the comments. Yeah, I feel like they were came off as a little rude, so can you be more constructive next time? They're only a little rude, but anyway, if it doesn't come, if I seem off today, just know this is me just on the spot recording. I'm probably gonna do a lot better job with my editing in the near future. Anyways, down to the deck profile. Let's do it. 4 copies of Dragonic Blademaster. Self-explanatory. Probably, I think, the best card in the whole deck. It's my avatar. Why would I not run it if I'm playing Dragonic Blademaster? The deck. 4 copies of Dragonic Overlord, the Legend. This is my backup unit, in case if I don't get the avatar. I can even search the avatar through this, because he's technically also a Flame Dragon, and you can search for a ton of resources, simply because it can search out a Flame Dragon. So, with this in mind, it's a really good unit. Can turn into a Stride unit on GB2. It can turn into a Stride unit on GB2. I also play it for Discard Outlet for, where is he? Dragonic Overlord the Ace. I play him for Discard Outlet, and that's good, I guess. And the Ace actually does go off sometimes when it does. That's pretty good. For grade 2s, I run 4 copies of Nadim. He's 11k attacker, and on GB1 he can unflip. That's really nice. It's also got the Blaze ability, which helps a lot. 4 copies of Radiant Dragon, Blademaster specific unit. I'll ride him if I don't have much else to ride. I've debated about cutting this card to 3 to be a little more productive with my Conroe rear guards. I actually don't like this card as much nowadays, a lot. Like, I'll use him a couple times to retire a grade 1, and he also becomes a 21k column with a Blaze unit like Nadim off to my side, and that's actually really good. So yeah, Radiant Dragon, 21k attacker, possibly more with all the other cards I'll get into and later. So that's 4 Radiant Dragon. 3 Berserker Lord Dragon. I actually do not like this card. It barely does anything. On attack, you can counterblast when a grade 4 or greater Vanguard attacks. Pay the cost. If you do, choose up to one of your opponent's grade 2 or less rear guards and retire it. That's good. You have to stride in order to get the effect, and well, technically you can also attack with Dragonic Overlord the Legend, because it does get grade +1. It's alright. I don't like it that much. I might cut it. It really depends on how it goes for the deck. That's the grade 2 lineup. For grade 1s, I am running the Blaze PG, because this deck is very Blaze centric. Oh yeah, by the way, Reyes reprint. I freaking loved Reyes originally, and this is a nice unit. Basically, when you boost and you Fury and Blaze, you can Soul Blast 1, return it to hand. It's nice. And also PG's a Vanguard only, because it's a PGG. For Lava Flow Dragon, it's a Stride fodder of the deck. It searches Blademaster because why not? And this is probably one of the units I probably would not ride, though I feel like it's not toxic enough when you ride it. Like, you don't need to stride that often in the deck to win. Like, striding is definitely your sort of win condition, but riding only one of him is not fatal. Never call this to rear guard. It's not that great on rear, because you can't recycle anything. That's unfortunate. 3 copies of Energy Flame Athonic. It's the best on Flipper the Conroes ever got. Basically, when you retire something by one of your own effects, you move them into your soul and countercharge 2. It's really nice that way. It's the works. Dragon Monkey Kiryu. I run 3 copies of it. This can basically make your columns really nice. You can gain 5k for each retire on GB1, and this can open the door for a lot of power, especially with considering Blademaster's rarely used Stride skill, Root Flare Dragon, being able to retire a lot. Like, this thing, if I had this and a Titan, but Titan's been going up in price steadily and I don't have it yet, this card would be a lot better if I had Titan. But this thing can still be ridiculous at times, requiring at least a G guard or discarding a huge portion of a player's hand, or you have to take the attack. Like, the thing is, you have to be smart when you play against this deck. That's it for the grade 1s. For grade 0s, I only can talk about the triggers, really. It's 4 Dragonic Janot. This is Blademaster, so put it into Soul, you draw a card, plus 5k. It's good. Some Overlord players play because they play Titan, and that's really, really nice, I guess. That's nice. 2 Rexacia. I never call him the rear guard. Like, the thing is, his shield is 10k. You just don't want to do it. This sort of unit's actually nice, but you'd rather just guard with it. It's not that great when you call it. Like, the thing is, you never want to call it unless you know you're gonna win that turn and you're gonna get at least a few retires off. At least make it a 9k booster at the very least. 3 draw triggers? It should be 4, but 3. Because I only have the 3. I might pick up a 4th and mess with the trigger lineup a little bit, but that'll come later. Basically, you can nuke a starter or nuke any other grade 0s, depending on the situation. And that's usually how I do it. 2 stands, the Inspire Dragon. This unit's actually very, very unique. It's almost like a draw trigger and a stand trigger combined. Let me tell you how this works. Basically, when you're in Blaze, it's also a Blaze unit. Basically, you can turn your Radiant Dragons on with this card. You can turn the Radiant Dragons and activate them just by having this card. What you do is when you begin your attacks, return this unit to the bottom of the deck, and then you shuffle the deck. Choose one of your units, it gains 5k, and then you can obviously stand another unit should you check this off a stand trigger check. That's nice. And you get a card. And that's almost like a draw and a stand trigger combined. Personal tech choice, Lizard Soldier Vera. It's a stand trigger. Basically, what you do is when you retire anything, you can choose one of your units. It gains 10k, which can be really, really nutty, especially with other columns. And crit triggers. This can make your opponent's life hell, especially with that sort of thing. It returns to your deck. You don't draw, but the 10 grand is nice. You do lose a card, but I think it's well worth it to go. And for Seal Dragon Shirting, I'm playing this card. I was playing 4 Dragon Dances because Dragon Dancer waifu and it's Conroe, but this is a Flame Dragon perfect card, meaning it's searchable through him, Dragonic Overlord the Legend, which is like great. It's a Seal Dragon. I was playing Art Pick for the longest of time, but I don't run him anymore. Art Pick is terrible. I'm just gonna run 4 Gatling Claw if I ever run 4 draws. And the draw triggers are definitely needed because you can run out of hand actually pretty quickly if you're not careful. Dragonite Sadegh. When you retire something, you basically get an additional retire. This time your opponent gets to pick. This is more like a Narukami unit, more or less, because Narukami, a lot with like Eradicate, as I remember, the opponent actually gets to choose what got retired. Onto the Stride deck. 4 copies of Divine Dragonite Mustafa. Basically, here's how it works. While he's Stride, you can counterblast. You turn over a card in the G zone face up. They retire something, and for each copy of Mustafa in the G zone, you can choose any number of your rear guards, and they get an unflip ability when they hit. Basically, you can get a ton of unflips by having 4 Mustafa. That's how it works. 4 copies of Naval Vig. This is another win condition of mine. Like, you want to have, like, especially with this card, you especially want to have like a boosting unit, at least the Gear Kyryus and Radiant Dragons to strengthen this win condition out. Like, you want to make sure your opponent goes through his or her G Guardians and then some. And that's how you kill an opponent through this card. This is like a win condition. It's got a glory skill, no grade 1s, no perfect cards. 2 copies of Root Flare. Root Flare is not that great anymore, especially with the rise of Titan. But Root Flare is good enough. You turn over a Root Flare and you get to retire a whole column, which is nice. And especially with the Gear Kyryus and stuff. The play's not that great because this card can easily be perfect carded. And but the thing is, with your Gear Kyryus and your Radiant Dragons, they make really, really nice columns, and that's how you go with it. How you go about it. 2 copies of the Ace. It's my other units I use with Dragonic Overlord. You get 2 attacks with 2 drive checks each, meaning you get 4 cards. It's basically almost like a quadruple drive. It's close enough because you get to restand the unit by discarding a Dragonic Overlord unit and a Flame Dragon unit out of your hand. It's up to you on how you want to play this card. for my G Guardians, it's 2 copies of Denial Griffin. Really good, especially by being able to nuke a unit. I especially like it with this card, Dragonic Sadegh, because you can make your opponent get rid of more stuff quickly. It's really, really nice. Only 1 copy of a Steel Orb Dragon. I only really use it ICE in case of emergencies. This card's not that great in comparison to Denial Griffin, or even better yet, Defeat Flare Dragon, which I kind of want, because Defeat Flare can kind of make my situation a little better, because it can retire whole rows. It's like Denial Griffin on frickin' steroids. It also got released in the same set, Glorious Bravery of Radiant Sword. But this card's nice enough because it gives you a +5 if your opponent has 4 or less rear guards. Basically, you want to be able to make sure that, like, if the deck doesn't call out that much, it's alright. It's not so great if they're playing like a big deck that can fill almost every rear guard column, like a Paladin deck, Neonectar, anything that's like a swarm-based deck. The last card in my deck is Screw You. Screw You is nice. Discard a card, gains 10k shield. It's a really good 25k shield setup. It works like it should. It's like a better one of this. In fact, I really think I'm really trying to split hairs and debating about just gutting this card from my deck altogether. Anyway, that's the deck. So, what's been going on with the channel? Recently, I've had a lot of college lately, so I've been unable to upload much of anything. I also haven't been going to a lot of events much, meaning there's basically almost no content to upload. So, I hope you enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to give it a like, comment if you want, and I'll see you guys next time. Anyways, peace.
If you like what you saw, please be sure to give this video a like and subscribe. Follow me on social media to get updates for all your favorite TCGs and to know when I will be making new videos and when I'll be live streaming as well. See you guys later. This is FuryXG, out.